A submarine lost in the middle of the ocean, 130 men, oxygen running out, and completely cut off from the outside world for 8 months. Everyone believed they were dead, but inside, another battle had just begun, a battle that would push human endurance to its limits. The mission seemed routine. The crew was experienced. The systems were stable. As the submarine descended into the dark depths, no one imagined it would become a journey with no return. In the beginning, discipline remained strong. Everyone focused on their duties. Then one night, a red warning light flashed across the control panel. One of the main power systems had failed. Communication was lost. The submarine attempted to surface, but the mechanism refused to respond. Inside the steel hull, only alarms echoed through the darkness. The captain revealed the truth. "We can't send a distress signal." The room fell silent, because from that moment on, everyone understood one thing. If they couldn't fix the problem, they would slowly die beneath the sea. Hours turned into days. Oxygen levels continued to drop. Every breath became calculated. The crew talked less, moved less, even walked slower, because every small movement consumed precious oxygen. Meals were divided into tiny portions. A single piece of bread became half a meal. Water consumption was measured carefully. Hunger began destroying not only their bodies, but also their minds. Inside the metal walls, the sense of time disappeared. Some believed their families were gone. Others accepted they would never be rescued. Some couldn't sleep. Some cried silently in the dark. The greatest battle was no longer outside the submarine. It was inside their minds. There was no day or night inside the submarine. The same lights, the same sounds, the same narrow corridors. People slowly lost their sense of reality. Some even began hallucinating. One day, a small argument exploded into chaos. Hunger, fear, and stress pushed the crew to the edge. The captain enforced strict rules immediately, because if order collapsed inside, everyone would die. Then came a strange period of silence. Nobody spoke anymore. Only the sound of breathing, metal vibrations, and distant pipes could be heard throughout the submarine. The engineers started dismantling old systems to make them work again. Filters were repaired. Water was collected from moisture in the air. The crew used every part of the submarine just to stay alive. Dirty water was purified again and again. Every drop mattered. The crew was no longer simply trying to survive. They were trying to buy more time. New rules were introduced. Talk less, move less, breathe less, because everyone knew the truth. The moment the oxygen ran out, the story would end. The crew began sleeping in rotations. Some monitored the machines, some repaired systems, and others focused on keeping morale alive. They were no longer just a crew. They had become a single organism fighting for survival. To preserve energy, the final working engine was turned off. Suddenly, darkness swallowed everything. The submarine became a silent tomb resting at the bottom of the ocean. Months passed. The men learned to live with fear. They created routines, rules, and systems to survive. Hope was fading, but it still existed, just when everyone believed the world had forgotten them. A sound echoed through the hull, heavy metallic knocks from above. Someone had found them. The rescue team had finally located the submarine. As the hatch slowly opened, fresh air rushed inside. Some men cried. Some collapsed to their knees. For the first time in months, they saw the sky again. Most of the 130 men survived. They were weaker, changed forever, but they had endured. Because sometimes what keeps people alive is not food or oxygen. but hope. Not everyone made it out alive. The photographs of the fallen remained on the submarine walls. The incident would be remembered for years, because inside that steel tomb, men didn't just survive, they redefined the limits of human endurance.